Let me tell you something. In the corridors of power, people are doing everything within to seize power. Let me tell you, in case you are sleeping, be awake. If you hear the sound of my voice, be awake, because things are happening behind the scenes that you are not aware of it. People are doing everything. Life in this end time have become like a rat race. Everybody is doing within his capacity to seize power. It is not easy for you to prosper these days when you don't have a spiritual backing. I am telling you the truth. In the field of politics, people are doing everything, harnessing all forms of energy to seize power. So when you are into politics and you think you are intelligent, smart, well educated, and because of that you can use your intelligence and level of intellectual prowess to seize power in the corridors of politics, then I'm telling you that you are dreaming. Be awake. Everybody, those who have traveled long and wide, contacted different deities and entities, politicians are doing all stuff, sacrificing a lot, pulling things down, breaking barriers, and moving mountains before they can get to the position they have gotten in life. People don't sleep. Some have practiced an attitude or a lifestyle where they don't sleep. They stay awake from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. unless 5 a.m. before they go into bed. People are doing a lot of stuff. Be on guard. Never go out there and make vain noise where you lay false claims and tell people that you are a believer, you are a Christian, but you don't have a prayer life. You don't have a routine, a well checked up spiritual life. You are not grounded spiritually. You don't fast, you don't pray, you don't pay your due spiritually. How do you want to excel? How do you want to expatiate your kingdom? How do you want to travel on the eagle wings? People are doing all sort of stuff. People have traveled to India, China, all these African countries that is highly rooted in voodoo practices. The Benin, the Nigerians, Ghana, every now and then people visit this land for a specific spiritual task. And you are joking with your life. In the corridors of power, it is not a child's play. People are doing everything to seize power, to take total dominant, to excel, to progress. Whatever that they have touched with their hands, they have backed it up with spirituality. They are deeply rooted. The Indians are doing it. The Chinese people are doing it. For you to win a big contract in government, you must be rooted spiritually, or else you lose it. And that is the reality. In the field of religion, the pastors, the bishops, the prophet, the evangelists, everybody is using something. I'm telling you, they will never come out and tell you the truth that this is exactly what we are using. They all make mention of the name Jesus. So sometimes you think it's a literal saying. They are just there, just like that. There are some men of God who have been to the deepest part of the world for powers. You can never control crowd, move multitude. You think everybody that say Jesus is from Jesus, right? You think everybody that say Jesus is of the divine. I'm telling you, people have been to the corridors, the four physical quadrants of the earth. Those who conjure through water, those who conjure through air, who conjure through what you call fire, people who cast spells on the ground to control movement of element. These people are there from all different dimensions. Those who have submitted themselves to river bodies, river goddess, river gods. People who practice and serve different deities, different varieties of deities from all angles of the earth. These are the people that you are playing with. These are the people that you are competing with as a Christian, as a believer. These are the sort of people you think you can just get up, go on your knees and begin to say any kind of a prayer and go out and it will be well with you. I'm telling you, what people are using, if God is to open your eyes and see, you'll be shocked. In the corridors of power, it is never a child's play. People are doing dangerous stuff, performing all forms of rituals, sacrificing all forms of things. Those who are sharing the blood of humanity, they are doing it. These young guys who want to make it, who are into that game thing. Those young guys, these Nigerian boys, Benin boys, Ghanaian boys, these big boys out there who are into game sort of a thing. They are doing all sort of a thing spiritually to amass wealth to themselves. Why? Because life is not what you think it is. Life has become very difficult, especially in this end time that everybody is crying. Everybody is gnashing out their teeth. Why? Because majority of the nations of our world are going through a high time economic recession. So it is not easy to make it. It doesn't matter where you are educated or not. It doesn't matter your intellectual prowess. In the field of education, people are using something. The legal luminaries over there, the medical aspect, people are using something behind the scenes. I'm telling you, they will never come out and tell you the truth. But people are using something. The business moguls who are there, who own a chain of business conglomerate to their name, they will tell you that it is hard work, be loyal. And I'm telling you, you play a game of loyalty and be submissive to people. But yet still you remain poor. Nobody will have mercy on you. Nobody will favor you. The secret in here is that all these business mogul, they are deeply rooted spiritually, or else people, they would have died for a long time. If these businessmen who own a chain of business conglomerate to their names, if they were not rooted spiritually, they would have been dead by now. People would have killed them, because it is not easy to climb the ladder to the apex, that dimension, that level to which they find themselves, that dimension. It is not easy to get there when you are not rooted spiritually. People bow to different entities. They sacrifice to different entities. In the traditional world, these kings and queens and paramount chiefs, some serve a combined deities. Over 10, 15, 300, 400 deities to one person. Why? Because it is not easy for your kingdom to be heard across the length and breadth of the earth. In the olden days, we heard about the name of Solomon because Solomon was a man that has a spirit entity that was backing his throne. David had powers. The spirit of God was with David. So David had powers, and that is the reality. No king here on earth, no paramount chief, no leader can excel without a very strong spiritual backup. If you don't have a strong spiritual backup, you can't make it. You can never make it. If you don't have a very strong spiritual backup, you can't make it. In relationship, people will snatch your husband. People will snatch your wife. People will deprive you of from what belongs to you, because it is not a child's play. In the corridors of power, in this ratty race that we are running here on earth, hey, life is not a joke. Take this and understand the game of life. This game of life, before the fool will learn how to play it, the wise people on the ground would have left the park for a long time. So it is better for you to stay awake as I speak with you right now and do the needful for you to get what you are looking for. You think it is easy to live a flamboyant life. You think it is easy to acquire all these worldly sophistications, these state-of-the-art mansions. If you want the peace of mind, it is not easy. Countries are waging war against countries. Presidents from different nations are waging war against themselves. Why? There has become a global shift, a tension in the system spiritually, and everybody is using something. We are in this century. It is not a child's play. It is not the olden days where you get things on the softer edge, where you plant just cocoyam behind your house and it will grow for you to what? Harvest it and enjoy it. This time around, it's not like that. Things have changed in a dimension, in a realm, that it has become push and pull. It's either you push or you pull, or else you will not get to where you want to go to in life. People have become jobless. They don't even have a place to lay their head. They can't even feed themselves. As a result, that they are not spiritually rooted. They are living their life just like that. They think life is all about getting up in the morning, taking your bath, brushing up your teeth, and that is all. Life has gone past that dimension. This time around, It is whom you bow to. It is the connections that you have. It is those whom you know, and even those who you know can disappoint you. Those whom you know, they can disappoint you when you don't have a strong spiritual backing for the end of that spirit to work something for you in the rest of the spirit. If you don't have a very strong spiritual backing for that entity to activate certain presence and certain connections for you spiritually, you wake up in the morning and things will begin to turn against you. Your business is sinking, your marriage is sinking, you are suffering from chronic ailment because you are joking with your spiritual life. People are doing all sort of things, conjuring all forms of entities from a different realm. Some are dealing with sky gods. Some are dealing with dreaded deities of the underworld. There are some people who are dealing with ghosts. Some people are dealing with river goddess and gods, entities from the marine kingdom. This marine kingdom, people go there and sought for their power, and sought for their protection, and sought for their empowerment. What are you using in life? You just get up in the morning, go to church on Sundays, on Saturdays, on Fridays, close, come back, and you think that is all. I'm telling you, if you don't sit up and be awake, you continue to wallow in a pool of long suffering. You continue complaining, and nobody will come to your aid. Because it takes the gravitational force of a spirit to pull something positive to your end. It takes a very strong gravitational force. A very strong force to pull something. You need a strong magnet to attract something positive to your end. Your energy, your wisdom, everything about you will fail you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to divert your attention. Don't allow anybody to tell you that you can make it, so forget about some of these things. Because let me tell you, in the world global power, all those political leaders, those religious leaders, those traditional leaders, those people who have mounted on the big platforms, who are on the big billboards, people who have become their name have become a topic on the mainstream. They didn't just get there. The footballers, the athletes, those people, those who are on the mainstream, whose name are being discussed on a daily basis, who are receiving and earning a higher end of salary, all those people, they bow to certain different entities. What they believe in, they practice their sort of spiritual, they are deeply rooted in whatever spiritual beliefs that they believe in. Though these software engineers that you know, they practice something. They have something that they are doing that they don't want to tell you. Those who are into software engineering, computer science, those great men out there who have made it through technology, they are not just there just like that. They are rooted spiritually. Some of these technology that you see, it was spirit entities who granted them that knowledge for them to build whatever app, whatever technology that they are using. It was a spirit that granted them that ideas. They contacted different entities from different dimensions. When you were asleep, they were awake, performing an enchanting, performing some sort of rituals, contacting different entities from different dimensions. When you were asleep, the great medical doctors over there, they take their inspirations or get their inspirations from different entities. The big pharmaceutical companies who are into a massive production of medicine in the world, they are deeply rooted spiritually. They have things that they have been doing in which they wouldn't love to tell you. I am an African man. I will tell you the truth. Everybody who has ever had the opportunity to rise to prominence, it was never by chance. Those whose prominence happened by chance, I'm telling you, they didn't even last 2 minutes at the level. At the first clan, the clan who controls system, if you want to be part of them, unless you are spiritually rooted, or else you can't get to the level in which you want to get to. Life will become so much unbearable for you when you are not rooted spiritually. People will harness the ability of dark art, black magic against you. Those who visit the witch doctors, the wizards, the zangomans, the fetish priests and priestess who worship different deities, from river goddess, stones, trees, whatever that they believe in. Those who practices shamanism, they will contact these people and use their energy against you, since you are not rooted spiritual, since you don't have any prayer pattern, you don't have any prayer life. You live your life just like that. You eat what you get. Many people, they joke with their life, and people used black magic against them. Now they are suffering from chronic ailment, and there is no hospital they have not visited. There is no medicine they have not bought. Yet the sickness still remains. People have experienced their untimely death through highway accident, through anything that could take the life of humanity. Some met their death on their way to somewhere. They were being attacked by armed robbers. I'm telling you, different dimensions and angles, technicalities have been initiated against so many people. When you think, do you think you are so powerful, handsome, or beautiful to the extent that you are untouchable? You only become untouchable when you have a spiritual backing. When somebody backs you spiritually, this is where you become untouchable. All the great people in the Bible who remain untouchable, they were having something supporting them. A spirit being was supporting them. In the lives of Abraham, Abraham became untouchable. Isaac, Jacob, all these people became untouchable because there was a spirit. Great Yahweh was supporting them, was backing them. And anybody who mistakenly touched them, the Spirit of God terrorized their life. And that is the reality. Everybody who has remained untouchable, undefeated. Do you think David just got up and stood in the presence of Goliath, waged war against him and defeated him for no reason? That's how you think, right? Let me tell you. Even in the last minute to the fight, David did a lot of things. There were sacrifices and certain prayers that he uttered that you yourself, you're not aware of it. Even on the battleground, Goliath invoked the gods that he believed in it. And David also invoked the God that he also served. So you see, on this earth, it is not easy. In this earth, in this world, it is not easy. People are using something. Make sure you don't stay vulnerable on the street, because there are so many lions parading on the street that are rolling, and they are ever willing to catch you, either eat you or tear you apart. If you are not careful, a lion from the dark world, which is an embodiment of spiritual wicked forces, will capture you and tear you apart. Don't stay loose. Don't stay loose, because in the corridors of power, people are using a lot of things. People are doing everything within their means to seize power, to cause havoc, to do a lot of things to excel and take total dominant. And people have been able to seize power physically because they have a spiritual backing. There is no work you will not do. The amount of effort that you put in physically. You wake up early at dawn, you go to work, and still you earn something little, and you think it's a child's play, right? If you are sleeping, if you are sleeping by now, with the little that I've told you, you should be awake from today. Start acting, start working on your destiny, and remind yourself that all those prominent people, these politicians, religious leaders, traditional leaders, these businessmen, all these people, the great and the first class citizens, the elite ones, they were able to penetrate to that level in a society because they have a spiritual backing. When you go to them for an advice, they will never tell you to go and seek for a spiritual backing. They will only tell you that hard work, be transparent. How many times have you dived deeply into hard work and it didn't work for you? How many times have you become transparent to people and yet you were being cheated? Sometimes too much of transparency makes you to become vulnerable, and that is the reality. It makes you to become vulnerable. People will take you for granted. People will chastise you. People will laugh at you. You become a laughing stock. So today, as you're watching me, start acting. Start doing something. Go to any word that you believe. I believe in the powers of the Holy Spirit. So I've run to the Holy Spirit. So I can also advocate the Holy Spirit for you. If you believe in the things of the Holy Spirit, come to the Holy Spirit. Don't just be there and be a Christian for Christian's sake. Start acting and do something for the betterment of your own life and your future and then your generations, because it is not easy. It is not easy. In the corridors of power, it is never a child's play. People are doing all sorts of things to seize power, contacting different entities from different dimensions, performing all sorts of rituals, performing all sorts of enchantment, sacrificing a lot. Some are sacrificing human, some are sacrificing people's destiny, some are sacrificing people's soul, some are sacrificing animals, using their blood to appease their goals. And this is the things that is being shrouded in secrecy. Stay blessed.
For you're strong and kind, mighty heart and a brilliant mind, generosity in every gain, change the world in your name. Every day you rise and grind, lift us up, leave none behind. In your shadow we find the light, guiding us to better heights. Oh, platform to the power, strength and love in every hour, generosity like summer rain, you shine through every pain. Oh, you the power, strength and love in every hour, generosity like summer rain, you shine through every pain. In your presence fear subside, kindness is your greatest pride. Every battle you fight to win, bringing hope time and again. When the world feels cold and dark, you ignite that hopeful spark. With a heart so big and wide, bringing hope time and again. Oh, platform, you the power, strength and love in every hour, generosity like summer rain, you shine through every pain. When the world feels cold and dark, you ignite that hopeful spark. With a heart so big and wide,